Well, you know who it is, people. Only Pod can judge us. I'm your host, the big fella D King. I got my main man to the left, the birthday boy.
R to the K, a.k.a. Illogic, a.k.a. Illogic 100. Holla at me.
And my kinfolk to the right.
Come on, man. Y'all know who it is. Wayne D 253, Wayne D the barber. But before we get started, man, all real talk. We appreciate the support. We appreciate the love. We appreciate the like, subscribe. Man, but if you guys find anything positive on any of these podcasts that we've been, even our previous takes, if you found anything positive, like, subscribe, and share on that, man. We're just trying to get the word out to people. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And, man, only Pod can judge me.
Hey, man, we are here. We celebrated a milestone.
Come on.
Jordan wearing the 45.
Yes,
R to the Kizzy.
Come on.
Birthday this past weekend. Happy birthday, my guy.
Thank you,
birthday,
thank you,
King.
thank
Happy
you,
birthday.
man.
Salute that, man.
Yeah.
Man,
the big
45 years around the sun, man. Talk
Tell
to us, man.
Yeah, tell us what you did, man.
I did, little things, you know what I'm saying, around with the family, you know what I'm saying, and got out, you know what I'm saying, and had a good time. But, really just kept it real simple this time, you know what I mean? I've done some big shindigs in the past, and we probably going to have one for the big 5-0. So might as well take it easy for the 4-5, you know what I'm saying?
Nothing wrong with that.
But, I can't say, man, it's a blessing to reach 45, you know what I'm saying? I would tuck that away and wouldn't let everybody know how old I am, but really, these days, man, I'm happy to see every day. Yeah,
Come on,
yeah.
King.
So 45 it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm here.
That.
Salute, brother.
Salute that.
Hey, you look like you're about 25. They say
Right.
black don't crack.
Man.
They say black don't crack,
I just
man.
asked him, I'm like, bro, look, I know we went to the 40-40 or the 20-40. I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
was it
man.
been 2 years? Look, I'm like, bro, you still looking the same, young king.
Right.
Man. I'm like, all right.
Ain't much change, man. I use my lotion, man. You know what I'm saying?
What you using now? Butterbean King or what Mark using in the beer? Look. Cocoa bean.
Cocoa bean.
You know what I'm saying? They good Palmers, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's what's up, man. What about you,
bro.
Wayne D?
Same. Just chilled. Nothing big. Planning Sweet 16 for the little guy. Well, what do you call it, dude? 16 is it? Quinceañera or
Just a sweet 16.
Just 16.
All right, well,
you know
look,
what I'm
I'm
saying?
like, look, I didn't know if I wanted
Not
to put
sweet.
sweet on there.
Yeah,
but I'm
they
like,
sweet.
look.
You know what I'm
All right,
saying?
look, I'm planning a 16
You
for
know,
the
a
young.
Savage 16 or
Yeah,
something.
come on, there we go. We're gonna call it Savage 16. For the young bull, he turned 16, so we just been doing a little bit of run around, get a little things, little functions here. I'm actually gonna take a page out of your book because the wife turned 40 this year, and I think I'm gonna do a 2040, but it ain't gonna be 2040, but it's gonna be a 40 surprise that I'm gonna just do for the missus too. So I'm gonna have to do that.
Make it a big deal. I mean, you gotta celebrate the milestones, man. Make it a big deal,
it's
man.
It's a blessing, man.
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna do the same for the little guy on Wednesday, and he's gonna be. Quite at least I would think surprised. So
yeah.
So the 16th is in 2 days.
Yep, 2 days. Yep,
2 days.
yep,
Okay.
yep.
You got something up your sleeve, huh?
I got something up my sleeve, man. Look, the pod gonna be out by the time it even comes. So
yeah, what I mean, you want to talk about it?
All right, look, hey man, look, I'm gonna just let y'all know y'all better get off the road because the little guy is moving, and he's moving in something pretty nice. Look, so I'm like, look, all right, but something better than not have that 16. So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
No, that's good, man. And like you said, he's a good kid, so good kids deserve good things.
Yeah.
Good things happen to good people.
Good, yeah.
You know?
For real.
No, that's...
How about yourself, big fella?
Man, same old soup, just reheated, man. I actually was in the house playing college football, the NCAA, man.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, somebody pulled up on me, and I was downstairs in the
Man.
man cave with the headset on, going in. Yes, for sure. I was in my comfy chair with my feet up, just being able to enjoy life and being at home. You know what I'm saying?
You said you had the headset on too?
I had the headset on, man. I had it all on, man.
He
I
was going in.
all the way in.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
going in.
You got
was a
the
blessing.
socks on?
Actually,
You
yes,
got the lucky socks?
just regular black. Just black on black.
Socks
Just
on.
black on black. Black on black. We're going to get right into it, y'all.
Come on.
So,
Man.
you know our history, people.
Yes.
All of our viewers, subscribers.
Yeah.
Man.
We've had the discussion. We know how Wayne D feels about Chris Brown.
See.
Yes.
Big Boy interviewed him.
Yeah.
Chris Brown said, how do you feel about people saying you're better than Mike?
Big cat.
Always giving it to Michael Jackson. But now you're getting people where they say, man, Chris is better than. You know what I'm saying?
That's
How
cap.
do you take that?
That's cap.
but how do you take that? You just say like,
I mean, I stayed the hell up out of it.
Right,
I don't
right.
keep it 100. Like, I kind of back off it. Like, my personal take on it is like I wouldn't even be breathing or even being able to sing a song if that man didn't exist.
Right.
So I don't know if they look at it as the Jordan Kobe thing, but I can't even look at it. He's light years away. Like you get what I'm saying? Like there is no competing with him. You know what I'm saying?
Is it crazy?
No, hell no. I got shrines and this here of this man hanging up in my house. Hell no. I ain't
Is
better
it
than Michael
crazy,
Jackson.
man, that you looked at MJ growing up, and not that people will compare or better than, but you're that guy that people always bring up when it comes to being, man, I wouldn't even say a quadruple threat, but just do.
What was his comment?
Big Cap. That was his response.
He said, "I don't put
I'm not
myself."
worthy of being
Okay.
compared to. I'll let him know. Look, I'll put it out there. Look, he was like this. I'm not worthy of you comparing me to Michael Jackson. Like he said, if there wasn't no Mike, there wasn't no him. And I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. I've said that in cast before that if there was no Mike, I agree that there was no CB.
Yeah.
But you also said,
But then
But-
I also said,
okay,
I mean, if you wanted me to keep going on,
no,
I can keep
go
going
ahead
on.
because you also
So for
said
me, this
he
is
was
what
better
I said.
than.
I said if there was no Mike, there would be no CB. But that does not mean someone doesn't surpass someone that they're greater than. I respect CB for saying this. He said, "Don't for him out of his own mouth. You will not hear him compare himself to Mike." He said, "I will leave that to other people. All the foolishness I won't get into." He said, "But other people can say what they want to say." That's what word for word what my man said. He said, "People can say what they want to say, but me, you won't hear me say nothing about it."
And he also
said, it was cap.
said, "I'm not in the same stratosphere as him."
Out of his mouth, he did say
Those
that.
are his
I
words,
agree.
not nobody else's.
No, none.
When it comes to greats, there's been plenty of people that said when we come to comparisons of greats, LeBron James said out of his own mouth he felt
Agreed.
like he was the greatest player ever. That was
Agreed.
cap. So Kobe Bryant said the same thing when the guy asked him, put him in order, Michael Jordan, you, and LeBron. He put himself first. That's cap. Now, with Chris Brown being truthful, and let's put all the comparisons in the bed and put the baby to bed,
Yeah.
it's Michael Jackson, then it's everybody else.
I mean, that's CB's opinion. I mean, he has an opinion, and let him stick with it. But we go body for body.
Okay, you want to
it's
expel?
tough.
You want to expel it? It's not even close. Body for body.
Gosh.
I mean, I share his opinion. First of all, I'll start with that. You know what I mean? I think Michael Jackson's the great, you know what I'm saying? So much so that at the time that he was out, couldn't nobody come close, you know, sales and everything. So
I agree.
I give him that. But, you know, I understand what you're saying. He was being Chris Brown is being humble, showing
Why not?
humility, you know what I'm saying? But at the
Sometimes
sa-
you got to tell the
And
truth
it's RIP
Yeah.
too, so he couldn't.
Yeah.
No, it don't got nothing to do with it.
If he was here,
because they're not saying Kobe's the greatest.
But
They're dogging Kobe
I
with him
wonder-
being dead.
But I'm wondering if Kobe or LeBron have to be, does it serve them to do that? Like they have to have that, have to say that, have to think that in order to be as great as they became. You think, you know what I'm saying?
I can see where you're going with that. Somewhat.
You know what I'm saying?
It has to be in the forefront of your mind to push you
Yeah.
to greatness, or wherever you land where you land.
But they
But at
still
least
should-
I have to have vision to say,
Yeah.
I agree.
You know, but at the same time, they supposed to keep that in the house behind closed doors.
Yeah.
They gotta be
Right.
Bron
humble.
actually said it.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know when Kobe said it, but I know Bron said it for sure.
It's documented. It's facts. It's on the books. The guy they had the tuxedo on, they were sitting there. Kobe, they said,
Oh, I do
Yeah,
remember.
yeah,
it was on
they-
stage, and he said,
yeah.
"Rank, yeah."
Yeah.
But yeah, that's you kind of saying, yeah, you're the greatest.
no.
Yeah.
If you put yourself first,
Yeah.
that means you consider yourself as the
could've been
best.
saying 1A,
Yeah.
1B, 1C.
No, that's that
I'm just
again.
saying.
Let's not move any
Yeah,
goalposts.
yeah. You could be like in no particular order.
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
I
man,
agree with that too.
specify
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Specify
You
it.
got to.
Yeah, Chris Brown really like said out of his own mouth, and I agree. He did say it out of his own mouth. He was like, "Look, Michael Jackson, nah." He's like,
Because-
don't even compare me."
If Chris Brown is at the same level of Michael Jackson, then he wouldn't be able to go nowhere right now. You know what I mean?
He can go everywhere. He can go everywhere.
I mean, Taylor Swift might draw a bigger crowd than Chris
Agreed.
Brown if she go out in
Man,
public.
I can
Agree.
name 10
You know what I'm
people
saying?
that draw a bigger crowd than him.
I agree.
And
I
Truth
think-
be
I'm
told.
not taking nothing away from CB.
No,
CB
no.
is yeah.
Neither am I. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying the truth is the truth.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying if he was the king
Yeah.
or he was that guy, you wouldn't be able to move.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
might be able to
And
name
he can- he
100
can- he-
people that can move and draw a bigger crowd than Chris Brown.
I'm not gonna say 100
I'm gonna say 100
because he
It's
sells out
only-
concerts still.
Because it's only
Yeah.
He sells out
only-
concerts.
I've seen a Chris Brown concert not sold out.
Well, I'm just saying he sells out concerts.
Right. But I'm saying if he doesn't do the incident that we know of, that's all I'm saying.
See, I think the thing is
That has to play against him.
yeah, you're right about that. That does play against him because they gonna forever.
Nobody has any tarnish.
They gonna keep a ceiling on him or keep a label on him for that.
She got bigger.
She did, but she's the victim.
I understand, but she got bigger. It's crazy.
Oh, she was worldwide no matter. The music that she plays,
Was Kim Kardashian the victim? She got bigger.
Nah.
Kim Kardashian, we don't know what
she
it was.
she was the star.
Right, but it was considered as the victim where Ray J put it out. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah, they didn't try to spin that, though.
They spent it for her to be the victim.
Yeah.
And it made the whole family
famous.
I'm just saying, let's just keep it 100.
I agree.
So again,
well, if you played the victim, Chris Brown should have played the victim role then, and maybe he would have went up. But he was the one doing the beating.
But I think he hit it. I think he hit his ceiling of. I think he's greatness.
I think Chris Brown is definitely great, but I think there's powers that be that put a label on him that he couldn't shake because Rihanna was a commodity that didn't belong to him. He was dating her, but she was on paperwork obligated to other people.
Right.
And you messing with their product.
Right.
They put a label on them. That's the same thing. That's the same thing Puff used to do in the background with all them artists. Everybody from Bad Boy couldn't go nowhere else because he'll put a label on you and say, if you touch this artist, I'm sue you.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was sue or something else, or was just relationship wise, where if you deal with him in that way, then you ain't gonna have business with me. Right. Whatever it was in the background, I think there was some business things that was done in the background to limit his career.
I believe.
But at the same time, I remember seeing Michael Jackson. He'll shut a whole city down.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
President.
No matter what country he goes to,
I agree.
Listen to what you just said.
I agree.
What country?
No matter what country you went to,
I agree with that though.
Yeah,
you know Rihanna does that too though.
Not
Rihanna,
like Michael Jackson.
I know, but Rihanna in countries shut countries down.
Right, I'm saying, but it's not like Michael Jackson.
For real.
Nobody's crying. Nobody's fainting.
Yeah.
Nobody's having heart problems. There's like they said they have signed special waivers at his concerts that you can't if you fall out, it's on you.
Yeah.
So if you fall out and die,
I'm just saying.
Leave him there.
Right. So,
don't touch him. He died in these.
Wayne, understand this. Understand this, Wayne.
Man,
I want to say this openly. Can people be better? Yes, just because somebody came behind. But in this situation, you gotta put it like this when it comes to this, and I think, and you guys can expound. If social media was around with Michael Jackson, it wouldn't be just like if Michael Jordan had the social media that these guys have access to. Technology and life has found a way, and it's that's the whole difference in the world, really.
Right. But then Dave, flip the other side of it is if social media wasn't around, the Chris Brown incident we don't know about. We only know about it because social media.
But we also
blew it
know
up.
because she blew it up too.
Agree, but if she wouldn't blow it up, she wouldn't blow it up if social media, if she wasn't going to draw nothing from it, if she wasn't going to platform off of it.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not.
So we don't know
right.
if that.
Right.
I agree that 100%. If
right.
Michael Jackson was around with social media, he would be like bananas. Like he would be. Yeah,
because he was in the tabloids and stuff.
Yeah.
He was crazy. You know what I'm saying? He was always in the tabloids and stuff. So,
but just imagine with cameras and like him having an Instagram.
What did that hurt him though?
And he put nothing could hurt him more than he was hurt. He was accused of 97,000 charges.
They would have had a video of him hanging the baby.
Right? No, it was at least 40 counts that he beat.
40 counts of what?
Of everything that they had, he was not guilty of like 40 different counts. Look that up, Sam. How many different counts was Michael Jackson acquitted
But they would have video of it if video was around.
Yeah, that's true.
It wouldn't be, your word versus my word because I'm popular.
Because that 7-year-old
buy you off.
That 7-year-old would have had a camera.
Agree.
And everything.
You know what I'm saying? I agree.
You know what I mean? He would have had a phone. You know what I'm saying?
Neverland did have cameras, man. They just only didn't work sometimes.
But look, not only the 7-year-old, do you think
Neverland did have cameras, man.
Right, but do you think he would have had Ring, ADT? Videos would have been out at his home.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't even been
they were already.
Yeah.
But he had money to say, here goes this, here goes this. I'm gonna squash it.
I get
They're
that.
not a squash.
We're not talking about. We're not talking about the criminal aspect of. We're just talking about because you said can it hurt him?
counts against
Anything can hurt. Like LeBron's image in the streets with cameras is good. The only foul thing they just had is him telling the kid to back.
Oh yeah, no, he was like, look, hey,
Right.
wait, hold on, look.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's like so. I mean, they're gonna put out what they put out based off of who you are anyway.
Yeah. They're gonna raise you up and take you down too.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was more than that. He got acquitted on more than
But
10.
we're like,
We got 4 counts of molestation.
Yeah.
Minor, 4 counts of intoxicating a minor, 1 attempted child molestation.
Come on.
We don't.
right,
we don't gotta read
we
it.
can say no to him. All right.
It was just 10. It was
Well,
10. He was acquitted from 10 things.
I agree.
That's a
With
tough
a
deal.
camera there, none of that's acquitted.
Well,
That's all I'm saying.
Those are the worst charges ever, man.
Right. Those is like
right.
career ending.
But honestly,
if you convicted on
he
any of
probably
those,
would
like
he
one of those are
probably,
done.
he probably would have never been put in that. He wouldn't have been in the
Agreed. He
position
would
if there was a
not.
camera
I
there.
agree.
So
I agree.
I mean, but at the end of the day, with the discussion, Chris Brown said it himself.
I agree. He did.
That MJ's the GOAT.
Yeah.
And so
That doesn't let the rest in me.
I don't.
If you come to the Skylines Barbershop, I'm gonna still push it.
Hey, I don't know if Chris Brown's better than Prince or Usher. I don't know. I mean, I think it's in the eyes of the person.
Everyone has an opinion, just like everybody has a what. And look, a lot of people use it. Look, some may not. They got the bag on this.
So what we compare it to
Everybody got one.
is Chris Brown just came to Seattle. They said his show was amazing. Usher be here next month or in October.
Yeah.
And we'll be able
Line
to get
it
a chance
up.
to see it in the flesh.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll be able to see it in the flesh,
Come
and then
on.
we can compare based off what we heard to based off what we seen.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Based.
Okay.
I seen a lot of the CBs because a lot of people.
No, I'm just talking about the
so-
one that was in Seattle. We can only go based.
No, I'm saying a lot of CBs.
You go with eye- you go with eye
at
test.
the,
I'm just saying you can go with eye test. I'm talking about here.
all right.
You can go with eye test.
Yeah.
At their age right now.
Yeah.
One thing I would I know we talking about Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? We talking about the tour, we gonna do the comparison, but you know, before we get off the topic of Michael Jackson, I just gotta say, I think it's foul the way the court system is doing his mom, who owns the
And the
rights.
Yeah, the
who
rights.
owns the rights to all his publishing. They're taking all that away from her.
Yeah.
And they're forcibly selling it because the estate wants to sell it away for $600 million when it's worth billions. And they trying to sell it for $600 million, and they hitting her with a $600 million tax.
Yeah.
So she'll sell that and have to pay that and not have no money after that's done, which is that's his. You know, we talk about generational wealth, and he really accumulated that and bought that for the survival of his family, and they're doing that. They're basically ripping it out of her hands.
That's trash, bro.
That's terrible.
Yeah. I'm glad that you make mention of that because people who have like life insurances and all these different things in their will, people may not know that even though you have them in the will, there's still a percentage of like taxes that you have to. So like if I have a $200,000 policy that I'm passing down to my kid, in order for my kid to get access to it, he would have to go through a court system to pay 10% of that $250,000, which for him to even access to even get the $250,000. So I mean, for people, it's something. There's a name for it that you got to put
Capital
it in.
gains.
No, right. There's capital gains, but there's another way that you put it in. That way it will go straight to the child without having to go through probate. And
Talking
have to
about
go through-
trust.
Yeah, put it in the trust. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah,
so that's
live
the
in
same
trust.
thing with the Michael Jackson situation. If it was in the trust, it would went straight to the mom and wouldn't have had no issues with legally that it was going through, and she wouldn't have to pay no percentage on none of that.
Yeah.
Everything will go to her. But a lot of us African Americans don't put stuff in trust to pass down generation to generation, and we leave it thinking that it's going to go to our children, and it usually don't. It will go to the state, and the state kind of divvies it in. They be
Probate.
like, oh, your auntie from Arizona wants to step in and have a say. We got to go through all these people paperwork to deliver this to make sure the individual is not the child or whatever it may be. So all these different things that you go through, if it's in a trust, you don't have to go through none of that.
Yeah.
It will actually go right
Did you
down
guys
to-
hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So I am glad that you made mention of that.
that's called nuggets.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Man, listen, if
The
you
trust.
have a trust, if you have anything that you are passing down generation, it could be in your will, and that's fine. But if you put it in the trust, the trust almost trumps a will.
But he has an estate, and
Yeah.
the estate is working against his mom's wishes, who says she's advocating for his wishes.
Is that illegal? Sounds
They,
like
they are an estate. They represent his estate.
Right.
So they have a legal say in what happens with
they
his
have a
assets.
legal say.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true because a lot of times when people in the field that I'm in at work, they have situations where the person has died and then the estate makes a decision versus
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
right.
And that's what I'm saying. If it's in a trust, it almost kind of overrides a estate. It won't go to the estate. It'll go whatever this trust says or whatever this deed, whoever's on this trust to pass it down to.
Yeah.
Oh, they got a good attorney.
Well,
She got a good attorney.
She's been fighting it for years, but it's to the point where the estate and his children, I guess they got one of his kids siding with them
See, that's what I'm
on,
saying.
on what's going on.
And so
But it's basically the money. It's money men. You know what I mean? It's the people back behind the scenes that were so-called friends of his that are choosing to sell this off away from the family. Because the thing is about it, what people don't realize is the whole Jackson family isn't famous. They basically eating off of Michael
3 of
Jackson.
them.
They've been doing it for years,
Yeah.
and the grandmother's responsible for that estate. She divvies it up and pays the different families
Jeez.
so they can survive. And I guess they're trying to cut off the spigot. So
Sheesh.
Wow,
yeah,
that's
this is
tough.
it.
That's crazy.
How many Jacksons are famous?
I think only 3.
Who's the third one?
What's the other Tito or Tony or whatever? What's the?
See, you don't even
It
know
was
his
Jermaine.
name.
It was Jermaine.
I know there's one of them. The older. Well, my bad, Jermaine. See, I don't know all the Michael. Look,
There's
they
only
from-
2 famous
they from-
Jacksons, man.
I knew.
Michael and Jay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I thought one
And
of
Joe-
the.
and
I thought
Joe.
one of
And Stevie Wonder's their cousin.
I thought.
Is he?
Yep.
And Joe Jackson, the dad, because he's famous for
They rest in peace. Yeah.
Man.
Rest in peace, Mike. Rest in peace, Joe.
Yeah, he pushed him. Maybe
Yeah.
to limits that we didn't understand, but he pushed him.
Yeah.
He got him there.
Yeah.
NFL season's right around the corner.
Come on.
We need predictions, and we will come back to this episode. What's your thoughts with the different trades? If you have, I know that you represent what you have on,
come on,
but
man.
with non-biased opinions.
I won't give you a biased opinion. They ain't going home. They gonna be at home.
They're gonna be at home.
I ain't gonna. I'll be a fool to pick the Colts to go to the Super Bowl.
Okay, who you got?
I got Kansas City.
Ooh, Mahomes
Kansas
again.
City. I might have Kansas City, Green Bay.
Green Bay.
I don't want that, but I might got Kansas City, Green Bay. Kansas City. My bad. Kansas City Rams. Kansas City Rams. I'm gonna go Kansas City. Kansas City Green Bay. I'm staying with Kansas City, Green Bay.
I heard Denver looked pretty good this past weekend, man. In the preseason, it's preseason, but I heard they look pretty good.
Yeah, I'm going Kansas City Rams.
But I'm going with my boys. I'm going with the Natty again. You know what I'm saying? One more time. Get the deal done. Sign Jamar Chase, man. Get it done.
Man.
You know what I mean?
He's one of
Speaking
the
of that,
best.
today, what's the name got signed?
Who's that?
Lamb.
CD Lamb for
CD
Dallas.
Oh, he got signed back to Dallas.
Sheesh, yeah.
They signed the paperwork.
136.
Ooh, that's why. Yeah, that's why. them
CD's
guys-
or Chase has been waiting out for that.
Yeah, he's trying to get that big
He's
money.
he's gonna get it.
Yeah, he's
They
trying
better
to get
pay
it.
him.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But yeah, I got. I mean, I think they're gonna do. I think they're gonna do well, man. Even inside the AFC, we got a lot to deal with on that side. You know what I'm saying? We got Baltimore to deal with, the Browns to deal with. Pittsburgh is still a question, but you know what I'm saying. And we still got the Bills and everything else on the AFC out there. So,
And Mahomes is over there.
but you know, we can handle Mahomes.
Man, you
not a
can't
problem.
handle my homie.
That's not a problem. You know what I'm saying?
You did it one time. Look.
I mean, it's been a couple times. You know what I'm saying?
One
So,
time was in the regular season, but
man, we did
One
it a couple
time-
times,
one time-
man.
one-
You know what I'm saying? We ain't worried about that. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay.
So Mahomes ain't a problem.
When the lights is on, when it's that time of year, we get it done.
Ooh.
okay.
Come on.
When the lights is on, don't count on my home.
So pretty much you're saying that Joe Burrow's gonna get it done.
I believe Joe Burrow's gonna get it done, man. I hope.
Man.
I'm really. I don't know. Actually, I say that because I'm gonna take that back because all this contract stuff. Every time you start a year with all this contract stuff, it never really pans out right because the vibe of the team doesn't seem like it's right. But hopefully, you know, fingers crossed. I think that's just gonna happen. Out the NFC, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm tempted to say San Francisco again.
Man,
You know
it's
what I
not a
mean?
bad one.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
That one.
yeah.
Cincy San Fran. It's not bad. I was gonna go San Fran, but
That's a redo of '86, though. I don't know if that's gonna happen. So
It could.
Yeah, it could.
It could.
that's what they would call it. 86. You know, who won?
San Fran.
Oh, look, it'll be a redo then.
Yeah, at least we'll be there.
I agree. Look, I'm not denying that. Look, you're gonna be closer to that than the Colts. I agree to that.
You know what I'm saying?
That's,
you got?
that's not. I don't. Man, I'm looking at. Man, I want to go against Patrick Mahomes, but why? They gave him some weapons too, which is not really cool.
Who he got?
They got Miko
rookie.
Harmon. He got Hollywood Brown.
Yeah,
He
they
got
signed Juju
They
today,
just signed Juju Smith-Schuster.
Oh, he got.
and they got a rookie.
Man, that
Word-
speedster.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Oh yeah, he got the referees too.
Yeah, and he got Taylor Swift.
And he got Taylor Swift.
but honestly, I would like to see.
got the whole
with
league.
the Ravens getting Derrick Henry.
That's a tough.
Oh
one.
yeah,
I
that's
like
crazy.
the Ravens with Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
I really like the Ravens with Derrick Henry.
Who you going?
I'm gonna go Baltimore and Philly.
Ooh, two black
Philly.
quarterbacks.
Jalen Hurts.
Two
Baltimore,
black
Philly.
quarterbacks. Two switch
with
running.
with Saquon.
Two
Saquon
switch
Barkley's
running
in
backs?
Philly, yes.
Two switch running backs. Two black quarterbacks.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Yeah.
that's
So
crazy.
you heard it from me. Baltimore and Philly. Wayne D
I was Kansas City.
and Green Bay.
I want Green. I want.
And
Kansas
R to
City
the
Green
K,
Bay.
Cincinnati,
and
San Fran.
San Fran. You heard it here.
Yeah.
You guys got to look back. What's today's date?
I don't know, the 26th.
The 26th. The 26th of August is our predictions for this upcoming season.
I don't know, man. I
No,
don't
you want
know.
to change it now? You want to change it?
No, I'm still rocking with my guys, man.
Okay.
But I'm just like, man, y'all got to get it right, man. Get on the same page, man. Let's
Hey,
go.
I'm changing mine.
We got a lot of
going,
talent.
I'm going. Look, I'm stamping this one. I'm going San Fran.
You going San Fran?
I'm going San Fran. I don't want Green Bay.
San Fran and
I'm gonna
who?
be so heated. Kansas City.
Who's the quarterback
Mahomes.
in Green Bay anyway?
Jordan Love, and he's been playing good.
Yeah, but they're not ready.
Yeah, I don't
not
know.
ready.
I haven't heard nothing about. I don't even.
You gonna hear about him this year?
Green Bay, huh?
Green Bay.
So that's your quarterback?
Oh, Cheesehead.
I'm going. I told you I'm going San Fran. I'm
Shout
going
out my
San Fran,
cousin
Kansas
Cheese.
City. I switched up.
So,
San Fran, Kansas City.
We're going to touch bases now.
Yeah.
So you got Kansas City and San Fran.
Yep.
That's
Kansas
your
City,
final.
Final.
No
answer.
whammies.
No whammies.
Okay.
Man,
No,
I heard-
Indy's home.
I heard Gino was looking. He came out and did,
Oh,
you know what I'm
better
saying? A
stop
little
that.
run.
Gino ain't making the playoffs, y'all. Y'all heard it from here first. They won't make the playoffs.
They won't. You gonna wish that on
They
them?
gonna win about 6 games this year. You heard it from me first.
500.
Every time we come back in podcast, they're gonna be like they lost.
You want to bet on that?
No, but I know that's what's gonna happen.
You want to bet on that? They'll win more than 6
I ain't
games.
hating.
They'll win more than 6.
We
They'll
see.
win more than the Colts too.
It's gonna be close.
You want to bet on that?
It's gonna be close.
Does Ursay still own the team?
Ursay owns the team.
You want to bet on that?
I don't want to bet on it, but I do believe we'll have a better record.
Okay,
for
then
sure.
let's bet the soda.
Double down on the soda.
No, I want my other one.
You doubling down.
I want my other.
Double or nothing.
You're doubling nothing.
All right, double it. You got it, RK.
Double
or nothing. Hey, fantasy football is big business
Yeah, it
that
is.
makes the NFL more watched than just about any sport besides soccer on earth.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Fantasy football. The crazy thing that you make mention of that is this year I was actually thinking about doing like a couples fantasy where the wives and the husbands, just another way to kind of get people to watch football together. And I'm like, man, what way would you, what better way to do it if you got 6 couples that get a husband and wife and put your team together and put them out there and hope that they win. I know my wife played in the fantasy league one year and she won.
That was a
I'm
trash
like-
league too.
She did all the research on it. It ain't got
Joe, that was trash. I remember.
Hey, she had a
That was
victory
trash.
win. Like,
That
look,
was trash.
I'm like, look, listen. All you do is just do the research on the players. But for it being the most watched, I mean, like, I just think fantasy brings where you're not just a fan of a team, where you're not just like cheering on just Cincinnati. You're like, ooh, man, I gotta watch Derrick Henry. Ooh, man, I gotta watch Jamar Chase. Ooh, I gotta watch Lamar Jackson. Like you're bringing out the best of everything. So it's not like you're just cheering for one team. That's why I think fantasy's just so exciting.
Why? So, and I'm gonna come back to you. I wanna put it out there. I wanna invite you to play it.
Yes.
So for those that don't know, I'm not a big fantasy guy. Yeah.
No, the reason why I'm saying is because
Yeah.
I think that it'll become a fulfillment because you're a competitive guy
Yeah.
when it comes to competition. With you drafting players, and then you have to watch them.
Yeah.
And you got your computer, you got your setup.
Yeah.
And they're seeing who can score the most points based off of how well they do.
Yeah, I agree.
It's kind of
I believe you
It's
would.
kind of an amazing thing.
Yeah. But to be honest with you, man, I don't really have the time to invest into it, man. I don't, you know what I'm
But
saying?
you watch the games.
I watch some, but sometimes I don't watch.
But
I
you will
watch.
see the highlight of pop across your good in it.
I might watch only half the season. You know what I'm saying? I might catch it after week 5, week 6. You know what I'm saying?
What if that's something that will make you watch?
Yeah, to keep you engaged.
I'm not, man. I don't. You know, I've done the NBA leagues a few times. You know what I'm saying?
And you had fun.
Yeah.
And it was cool. You know what I'm saying? I haven't won anything, so I haven't had a reason to go back. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
But you ain't got to do one that costs money. You can do one that's a friendly one.
But then my partner, I was just talking to my neighbor. He was talking about it. He was like, "Man, he's in like 3 or 4 of them. He's like in $1,000 one." You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. So what I'm saying is, if we just created a $20 league and you got some bread invested, Thursday night, Monday night, and Sunday, you're engaged.
Yeah, you watching to see how everybody did.
Even if you're not watching the game, you're still following because it has a fantasy cast.
But y'all gotta rotate the players and all that stuff.
No, only that week.
Only it's
Not.
Yeah. But it's just, you know.
Your team can be so good, you only got to rotate anything.
I got a whole bunch of other stuff I'll be doing, man. Sometimes,
man, come on, man.
A lot of times I'd rather be, just doing some other stuff, man. I just don't be. It ain't my bag, man.
I feel you. I was just trying to invite you and introduce you to try it. I know peer pressure is tough in 45, but I just know the people out there, once you kind of get involved in it, and this may not be your thing, and you try it once, it hooks you because it makes you look at football differently.
Yeah.
It's the rush to know that, hey man, I got Dwayne this week. And I get the bragging rights to talk about how my team beat up on his team or vice versa. Yeah. And it's like, and then you're fighting to see who scores the most points in the playoffs. And at the end,
you got a receiver like, man, I need a receiver on Monday night to go get 18.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, look.
Yeah. It sounds cool, man, but I don't know. It just ain't my thing.
It ain't his thing. So I tried, people. Like I said, I told you guys that he wouldn't want to be a part of it like that. No, I'm joking. But no, fantasy football, everybody's about to do their drafts. Who would you take number one is the question I like to ask the viewers out there. Who would you take number one? A lot of consensus right now have Christian McCaffrey as the overall consensus number one pick in fantasy football.
That's interesting.
It's a really, really big deal right now just in sports with football season. This might be the biggest thing in football is fantasy.
Yeah.
It's because these players that have Instagrams and social media get bullied by people if they don't do good, if they don't do well.
Man, you dropped the fumble. I lost the game by 1 point.
Right.
You bum.
Right. Dang. So it's big money business, and like I said, it's right around the corner. So people are going to definitely get their drafts in order and putting things in place. If you have the number one pick, who you taking?
Christian McCaffrey.
No question?
No question asked.
CMC.
No Tyreek Hill?
It's close, but Christian McCaffrey.
Gotcha.
It's too far for me to come back around to get another running back of his potential.
That's true.
I can get a receiver that might.
No, don't do that. You're reaching.
Listen, there'll be a receiver closer to Tyreek Hill than there'll be a running back closer to Christian McCaffrey at that pick. The gap between the number one receiver and the number two, or the player that I could pick, and the gap between the number one running back and the running back that I could pick, be huge. You know that, Dave. If I don't pick Christian McCaffrey at 1, I don't pick until 20th. You think the 20th running back gonna be as good as the 1 running back?
I'm not saying it's gonna be as good as but I'm saying equivalent. If you took Tyreek Hill
at number 1 and I got the 20th receiver,
because the only reason why I say that, D, is because fantasy is based off of points. Tyreek Hill, the way he scores, and you get points in leagues off of. He's 50-yard dash.
40,
you get the extra bonuses and the amount of touchdowns. I think it's closer than what you think, but I agree with you.
I believe that it's closer.
But I agree with you because the running back can run and catch. So
but I
that's-
believe that the point total that Christian McCaffrey will get will be so far
Gotcha.
than the 20th running back.
No, I got you.
Because I'll
I
be
got
picking
you.
the 20th running back if I pick
I understand.
Tyreek 1.
I understand. If you had to just eye test with football, who would be your if you did happen to play and you had the first pick, who would you take?
Man, I'd probably get a Godzilla motor, you know what I'm saying? And get my frame adjusted, replace all the steering components, you know what I'm saying? So I can put that big motor in there, back it up with, a nice 6-speed transmission, you know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, we talking football.
we're talking football.
Now let me get back to it. All right.
Twin shaft.
Right. No, you was educating me. I was like, keep going, friend. Keep going.
If I had the first pick, man, I'd pick I wouldn't even know. See, you guys had some good insight into who to pick, and what position to pick.
Yeah.
Right.
Because my first thought is Mahomes, you know what I'm saying?
And you
'Cause-
can't
not
go
a bad
wrong with that.
Yeah,
Because
That's
he
actually not a bad
scores,
pick.
he scores a
he
lot
puts
of
a lot of
points.
yards.
He might be
Yeah.
one of the most points in fantasy
Yeah.
football too.
See what I'm saying?
It wouldn't be a bad pick.
Right, but people just don't take quarterbacks first
Yeah.
unless they just, oh, that's my guy and I have to have him. You know what I'm saying? Because he is going in the first round.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Please believe that.
Yeah.
He just may not be the first pick.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right. It's not
So-
a bad pick.
So, like I said, man, good luck to everybody in their drafts because they're coming up. Like I said, the preseason is coming
Done.
to an end. Is it done?
Done. Yeah.
And so the
Season starts next week.
season is coming next week. So drafts will be in order. Presidential camp, the presidential Democratic part. The Democrats had a party, right?
Oh yeah.
And what was you guys' thoughts on that based off what you saw? It looked like it was cracking.
It looked like it was a turn. No, you're lying.
They was turned up
There
in
was
there.
concert after concert. They were
Right.
bringing. I think once again, like we were talking about, I think they're trying to will in the Democratic Party, are trying to will in that 8 or 20. Is it 18 to vote or 21 to vote? 18 to vote. 18 to about 25, 26-year-olds. So they're bringing entertainment in that window to try to kind of get some of those votes to at least come out, or at least pay attention to it, not just come out, but pay attention to it. Because I don't think Biden would even have eyes of the 18 to 25-year-old just to even come out to support it. So I think they're doing a lot of the
Outreach and
all that kind of stuff to kind of win that crowd out. But like I say, I haven't dug too deep into it. Y'all know where I stand on it. I don't believe that she would win, but
She's booming right now, though.
she 100% booming.
She's booming right now.
Yeah, but Donald Trump don't even have to boom because he's already been booming.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. We haven't heard no noise from that Republican camp at all. Like he's Trump. Like you say Trump, and they're like, oh, I know Trump.
I think.
Go ahead. Go,
I'm like, bro.
Go ahead, RTK. Go ahead, RTK.
No,
Go ahead.
he's got a point.
No, he does.
Yeah, he has a brand and he has a
brand. Coca-Cola.
constituency. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna show up for him.
Bruh, Donald Trump is known, bro. Like,
No, he is.
Yeah, and I think he's gonna bring his own crowd out. What I thought about the DNC national convention, I thought that was it was a solid convention. Yeah. They really brought the energy up. They showed a lot of variety in constituency, different people from different walks of life. Even Republicans was up there talking. They didn't make it all celebrity or try to, they made it they had a lot of speeches about policy and things like that. I thought it was a good launching pad for her campaign. Yeah. You know what I mean? So to motivate the people to go out and try to get more people to vote.
Agree.
It was definitely that.
Yeah.
And it showed it did show young people out there a lot. They had a lot of I mean, the way they did the votes, I thought that was the dopest part because the DJ was going through the different songs for each state. You know what I'm saying? So that whatever their big song is for each state, he would play that and they would
Like
cast their votes. Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
I thought
That's
that
real
was
cool. That was
Yeah.
It just looked like it was a real good time.
Yeah, it did.
In the sense of togetherness, it looked like, because when somebody steps out of the race, it kind of almost looks like that party shows kind of like a sign of weakness to a degree. You know what I'm saying? With where somebody that where their expectations, where they're already in office as the president and moving forward, it just kind of showed. But it looked like she's bouncing back.
Man,
Great, man.
It also felt good to see the Obamas back out there
And
talking.
no, that was smooth.
You know what I'm
I did
saying?
like that.
You see the Clintons
I did.
come up? Yeah.
I did like that.
It was
Even
cool.
Steve Kerr gave a little speech.
Yeah, Steve Kerr.
Question for you: if Biden's still running, do you think this happens? Do you think it happens like this?
What do you mean?
I think-
Do
I
you
think-
think
I
the
think-
energy behind it is
I think
the
the
same way that they
Obamas
have
would have
it?
still been there.
Everybody's
still been
but
I
it,
believe they're.
it'd have been a lot more stiffer though.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
That's what I'm saying. How loose and how
because-
flowing it was. Do you think if Biden's running for that, do you think it's
No, it's a lot. It's a different
You know,
type of
it's a different
convention.
feel. You know what I'm saying?
It's an older
Right.
vibe.
Yeah.
older?
Like,
Yeah.
like,
I believe so.
like, remember House Party when he went to the elephant? They was the people was.
Oh, the other party
they was
when he was
straight.
at the-
When the old
hosting
people
the
was
food at the
dancing,
party?
yeah, and people.
He was like, "We're at the
and
wrong."
right, and the Funkadelas was on the DJ and like
Yeah.
they was like
Somebody
dancing
like,
around.
at the old,
Right,
old
right.
They're like, man, we at the wrong.
But you got to think about it. Kamala Harris she's dancing with Kurt Franklin, like she's moving and grooving. She got Snoop and she got the people is jumping like she got a younger, energized.
Right.
Her energy's on 10.
Right.
Yeah,
and then.
Right.
With her being a woman with the Me Too as well, it's like boom. It's really just it's
Yeah.
like what's up? Like we're
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean that's
But
what it
it's-
looked like to me.
And I agree with what you're saying. And this is for the viewers that we do have. This is just getting like this. I would say get out to those polls. I will say, please, 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 as much as please vote. Please
Yeah.
vote.
I'm glad you're saying
Please
that
vote.
because
I'm agreeing with that.
I'm glad you're
at least
saying
I
that.
stand on that.
Yeah.
Please go out and vote.
yeah, because
Please
I
go
mean
out and
you
vote.
never
Your
know
vote
what
matters.
you never know what your vote could do.
Yeah.
You never know.
One other one other thing observation I seen was they had a lot of backlash to Tim Walz's son because he was so emotional about his dad getting the nomination to be the for the vice presidency.
Yeah.
And so there was some people that were trying to make fun of the son because he was so happy about his dad. I mean, he was crying and stuff.
Right. That's what
You know, he was very emotional about his dad getting that nomination. And they were trying to make it seem like something was wrong with him or he shouldn't have been so emotional about it. But I thought that's dope that the kid really is happy for his dad to take the
Yeah.
next step.
you
'Cause
don't know what they've been
because
through.
his dad was the governor of Minnesota.
I think it was Minnesota. Yeah, it was
Minnesota, something. And so he probably never expected to be
a
Right.
candidate.
candidate for the vice presidency.
It's
You
a
know what I'm
whole
saying?
different lifestyle,
It's a
whole different ball
this is
game.
this is a big step up for them. This
Right.
is national stage.
Question: do you know
Yeah.
if you do run for vice president, can he go back to being governor of?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think he advocates his. I don't think he left. Like he didn't vacate his office.
position? Yeah.
Yeah, he don't vacate his office until
But
he
does he
wins.
go? Is he able to? 'Cause I don't know if a vice president is able. I've never seen it.
Not
that the
going
vice president
backwards.
go
They're
back to
just
being a
former.
You know what?
for the rest of their life. I know that they're former president and vice. Like it's kind of a
Yeah, no,
But-
they're always that.
I think he could go back and be a governor again if he want to. I mean, I
Really?
think it's just not custom. Like I think it's just once you get
Hey,
to that top
look,
level.
look at that up.
You don't
Can
go
you, after you're
backwards.
vice
But
president,
I just
can
mean
you
just
go back
thinking,
to
like, I
being
never,
a governor?
I don't remember
Because technically,
anybody's,
Obama could be a vice president. You know what I'm
could.
saying? If he wanted to.
See, now you just opened up something,
Yeah.
a different can of worms.
He,
Well, he could because Biden was a vice president the whole time Obama was in.
No,
Now
no,
he's-
right. But what I'm saying is, what if Obama was
the
Kamala
VP?
Harris's vice president?
yeah.
I think she would win for sure. Then
Yeah.
I think she would win if that was the case.
Okay, I think you just said something that nobody thought about.
Yeah, but they were trying to do that for Michelle.
Yeah.
No, but let's.
But they wanted Michelle to
we're
be
not
there,
talking
but
about.
if they
We're not talking
had-
about Miss Obama. I'm talking about that right there.
Yeah.
Just did something to me.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? Obama could technically be the vice president, even though he was the president before.
Of the United States of
he could
America.
he could run on the ticket with somebody and be the vice president. Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's a cold play.
Yeah,
But I mean, Trump, he don't care. He'll open up any book he can.
right.
So all these things that are customary that we don't do, he would do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
No, 100%. Look,
Hey, Barack, come on over here with me, man.
100%. Look,
We gonna win this thing.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Show we winning. Look.
Right.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So Trump could actually be a vice president.
Well, he still got another term left.
No,
so-
but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he could run and be the president, then turn around and be the vice president.
Wow.
How many terms can you do vice president?
Just two, right?
I don't know. That's a good question
I
too.
think it's the same thing as president. You could do for 8 years.
I'm not
Because
sure
the
if
president,
Biden-
the president serves for 4 years, right?
Yeah,
So Biden served for 8 years.
yeah.
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 He
He was
really
really
served for 12 because he already did.
he was
4.
really young.
Yeah.
He was really young then.
Well, he was 60. No, he was 70.
But he looks so different, right?
Because ain't he 82 right now?
What
So said
he does
looked-
look like time had caught up with him, man.
right.
Yeah.
They said that presidency ages you, so
Yeah, I don't know if I believe that. Bill Clinton didn't get older.
He was already I don't know, but Bill Clinton looked like he was. Well, the Bill Clinton that we remember, I did not.
You better leave President Clinton alone, man. You better leave President.
But he was old.
Don't mess with the Clintons, man.
Right.
That's
Do you?
crazy.
The second part of that question is, do you actually see? Is there any issues that you feel in the presidential race that they're not bringing up or they're not talking about? They're kind of like sweeping under the rug because politics obviously is good for that. Is there anything that you see from either side, Democrat or Republican or just as a whole, that they're kind of sweeping under the rug that they're not talking about?
Yeah.
I want to see them talk more about investment in the inner cities, man, and how they're going to get these. I want to hear them talk more, brass tacks about how are they going to get the jobs, the wages for jobs to go up and to stop this inflation thing. So, because I think, man, we're in an epidemic where we have the working poor now, you know what I'm saying, where you got to make like $200K, you know what I'm saying, to be middle class. You really can't do it at $100K, you know what I mean? That was 4 years ago. That was COVID time.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
4 years later, you really are working poor. You can't afford
100%.
to.
That's good.
I mean,
I never thought about it that way. That's good.
because if you can't afford to buy a home, and you can't afford to leave your job, then you're essentially working poor. You're locked in. You know what I'm saying? You don't
100%.
have no choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'd like to see them really dig in both sides. I don't care which side. I want to see what's the plan? Like, what is the meat on the bone for the plan? I understand from the DNC. She Vice President Kamala Harris kind of gave out a lot of ideas of what she's going to do. I've heard what Trump has said he's going to do, but I haven't seen any plans put forth that says this is how I'm going to do it, because we got this debt that's
growing daily.
yeah, that it's
Like
ridiculous.
Like
Trillions
crazy.
of dollars.
Ain't no way we gonna catch.
Man.
No way.
I mean, they talking about bringing in Bitcoin now and just getting rid of the dollar. That's what
Like,
they're saying.
seriously.
Man.
Yeah, because the money's
The inflation is so high, the dollar don't mean nothing.
and the debt is so high. The interest on the debt, we only servicing the interest now. We can't pay the debt down. So it's terrible. And that's after
Like, seriously.
This is the
4
world we
years.
live in.
Yeah, after COVID.
And who been paying on the debt anyway? I ain't gonna speak on that. But the middle class been paying on that debt the most anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, the middle class pay for everything.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro.
That's wrong. That we ain't middle class no more. Like you said, we living poor. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's like, man,
Exactly.
you working to pay the mortgage, and then come back around and it's that following month. I'm gonna tell you something that's even crazier than that. Not to get off the subject, you could be a homeowner, and you don't pay mortgage for 2 to 3 months.
No.
You're no longer the
You're
homeowner.
no longer a homeowner.
No.
Think
No.
about how quick that changes.
And
You could be a homeowner, have paid
Pay
your
the
house
house
off,
off,
and don't
not
pay
pay
your
the
taxes,
taxes.
and won't be a homeowner no more.
won't be a homeowner. Saying, look, I'm gonna move my foundation. Give me mine. I own the soil.
Hey, you can have a home, have the soil and everything,
Yeah.
find minerals or oil in your land, and won't be able to benefit from that land because you don't have the mineral rights.
Nope.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that ain't right.
Oh yeah,
There's a
it's,
lot-
it's an ugly game.
Right.
But it's all paperwork. It's all laws and paperwork.
Yeah, that's
He's right about that.
real talk, man. But no, that's good. That's one of the things you want to see change.
Yeah,
or
I
you want
wanna
to see
see
them talk about it.
Talk about it. Let's get into it.
What about
Yeah.
you, Wayne D?
Man, I echo that. That's he 100% spot
Yeah.
on, because I think we're headed in a direction. If we stay at this pace, I think we're gonna have the haves and the have-nots,
Yeah,
and it's gonna happen sooner than we think.
yeah.
I mean, like
Yeah.
10, 15 years away from
Really
like you say,
seeing.
really seeing. Okay, you have it and you don't have it.
Yeah.
If nothing's addressed.
I mean, you heard about that city they trying to build in California, where it's like an all green city, and it's like only 100,000 people. They're taking the miles and basically making their own city. So it's kind of like I don't know, like what's that movie, Hunger Games or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that ain't cool.
Yeah. They're trying to have their own isolated city where they're
Diversions, or what is it called?
Divergent or something.
Yeah.
I don't even, man. It's just like it's some dystopia stuff, man. It's like you wouldn't think it's real, but it's a real thing, and they really working through
Like
California.
Ragnarok.
Yeah.
They got its own planet. It's just like,
Man, where they got their own skyscrapers and their own city that they building inside. Yeah, man, it's a real thing. It's really happening. They really pushing that through.
Man.
Yeah,
and the rich get richer.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's
what it
crazy.
is. Yeah.
And just to expound on that, man, you just opened my eyes to some things that people get so caught up in the fact of I'm against this person. Then we're looking at all the views and I'm just going with this person, even if that person, and not to say right, wrong, or indifferent, but as a politician, I believe that they should address the real needs of the people.
Definitely.
And I think we lose track of that.
Yeah, I think we would want to believe that is so, but there's some views for certain politicians that other people don't line up, so they're not seeing it for everybody. Because their views don't line up with whatever or their values don't line up with yours. So you would hope that they would, here I'm here, see me, but they're not because their morals or views don't line up with yours. So
And I think, man, that one of the, I was watching Hill Harper talk about this, man, and I hope he succeeds in his race for office. But I think he's right in saying that, since is the money in is money in politics, and the money in politics, since the Citizens United ruling, where they said that the Supreme Court basically ruled that corporations and everybody can just put as much money as they want into these races, and they don't have to say exactly who they are. They don't have to say who they are and what they represent. Yeah. That means that we have, even though politicians are giving lip service for votes, they are still out there collecting money that may go against our best interests. Yeah. So we can't see a real champion for the people that come through and do things because they won't even get money to get elected. We got people that are standing on their morals and trying to take a stance against things that are being voted out of office in the primaries by other factions that don't even represent, the nation's best interest.
Yeah. Man,
so, it's a lot of foolery and trickery going on. There's a lot of money and there's a lot of running. And I mean, I guess that's the American way. You put up your politician and push them, but it's so one sided because the money side is pushing against the social side, is pushing against the best interest side, it's pushing against the moral compass side. There's nobody that can you can't get in office if you can't push against the corporations. Right.
Was that you that was telling us, that was making mention of us, that they should put a cap on how much money you put or that you put behind a candidate?
Yeah.
Was that you that was making mention of that?
I don't know if that was me, but I've said that before. Yeah.
They was saying that we should put a cap on how much money, because then you don't have we can't say, I'm not giving you these millions of dollars if you don't do this. My money is this money. We all have the same amount of money. And we're all put in, or we're capped at a certain amount. You can't be persuaded. Yeah. Or your voice ain't overheard because of how much money you're putting in.
This is basically your campaign versus campaign.
Your word versus word.
Yep.
Show me action.
And then they should reinstate the fact that that the propaganda laws, they need to get that out of there, but they need to reinstate that law that happened in the 90s where they removed the fact that news don't have to say both sides of the argument. They can have these opinion-based channels and opinion-based shows and never say what the other side of the argument is or what the other side is saying about this particular issue or situation. They got to get all that out the way. Yeah.
When will it ever happen?
Yeah.
Not while money runs the Supreme Court. Not while money runs the politicians.
Money runs the world.
Money runs the world.
Jay-Z made a song back in '96. I want the presidents to represent me.
But then
that was the dollar.
Yeah, that was money.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Yeah, but then
it's still the same thing, bro.
The flip side of that is
that was a Nas lyric though.
but the flip side of that is, I think they're having their hands in cryptos and stuff too. So they are, just in case that
they're controlling all narratives.
Physical dollar does collapse. They're in the digital.
Yeah.
Also, I know a gentleman was coming in, and I see he was talking digital, about the government collects
coins.
Yeah, they're collecting if you do like a raid or like a what is it called when you
they raid your place or something,
and they raid your they take all that crypto. They're taking all your crypto. The government's taking all the crypto.
All that Silk Road money, and all that stuff. They collect all that.
They're collecting all that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you guys something that's crazy. And
that's crazy to believe.
This may be very small and minute, but my mom gives her grandkids like once a month a bucket full of coin, and it's all silver. If we really thought about and put all our change that we ever use in a bucket and cashed it out, let's say in a month, that might be able to pay your mortgage. I literally let me hip you to something. My son just got it from my mom, and it was probably about this full. It was over $300 something in coin. So if we just drop it in there every single time, if you looked at it, we just don't pay attention to it because it's a couple here and there. But if you ever just tried it, or I challenge us three to see what it looks like if we go from today's date, which is the 26th,
Right.
and then 10/26,
Right.
we bring the bucket in here, and then we actually count that coin. You'd be surprised with how much money.
But I don't
But
even
you
use
know
cash
what's-
that much.
But
no
you know
more.
what's
Oh, you
crazy?
don't?
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? That's why the bag is so heavy. It ain't a weapon in here. It's all change. So anytime I pay with any cash, I just drop change in here.
Yeah.
And this thing be like heavy, like
It's
full of change.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Full of
I
change.
never even thought about it. He cashed out, and I was like, that was almost $300 something in just coin in that thing. I'm thinking like, man, he's about to get $100, and he wants me to put it in there. I'm like, that was almost 300. And I don't know how long she said it, but I know myself because I have to use cash for a lot of things, and
Right.
that money just goes right in that
Man,
glove.
You know, I had a water bottle full of change.
What you do with it?
I ain't gonna say who spent it, but you know, I let somebody stay at my house and watch my house. Yeah, he had a party.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Matter of fact, I came out here to visit. That's what I came out here to visit that time and let somebody house sit for me. You know what I'm saying? I love you, but you know
You know who you are.
Yeah.
Only Pod can judge. How much you think it was, R to the K?
I don't even know, because if you said that little bucket was
Right.
$300, the Alhambra bottle full of change, I don't even know.
Bro,
Yeah, that was crazy.
I start my kids' bank accounts with those.
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It's,
The little jars. I tell them go count the coins at the bank and like start their account. $200 in their account, just starting off with just change.
so think $200 to start the account. So imagine if we just did it. If we just did this experiment for a month, you can get up to 500 to 1,000. That could pay for a lot, but especially when you have little things that you got to do. So I just think that sometimes people just don't pay attention to because we're so accustomed to dealing with the stuff that's inflation. But I think sometimes the way to beat it is we have to do little things. And I'm not saying stoop below, but there's little things that you can do to take the weight off. Because again, you may go electric. We're dealing with gas. We know that the gas seems like it fluctuates from, you're getting lucky right now if you get a gas station that's at $3.75.
Yeah.
You're getting lucky. Other than that, it's $4.25 a pop.
Yeah.
And you got to put the premium gas or the medium grade gas. It's more than that. And I don't see it changing because it keeps fluctuating. I don't know what the outcome, which is going to determine that. You know what I'm saying?
You know they getting record profits right now.
I believe it.
Record profits.
I believe
because they're just unregulated. You know what I'm
I
saying?
believe
They can
it.
charge what they really want to charge. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Well, you think about even the discounted stores you go to. For example, the Nike store in Portland. Yeah, it's good for some instances, but some shoes are way more than what they used to be in order to get the 40% off to be able to go in the store.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like everything you do, the grocery store. But how do you live without grocery?
yeah, they say the price of that is up 40%. So it's
It's
damn near double.
easily.
Mind y'all that I paid $22 for 240 miles on the electric.
It's a blessing.
You say that, but you said there's peak times and off peak times.
Oh yeah,
too.
there is. I agree.
So,
Today,
yeah,
it was a
yeah.
peak time when I just went. When I said I was just
But
grabbing it.
$22 to get 240, that my tank takes $3.45. If I'm doing $22, that's not even giving me 4 gallons.
Yeah,
You
right.
see what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm like,
Right.
come on, fam.
Man.
I'll take that $22 and sit there and read and go do Instagram in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying?
Only 28 minutes.
Think about that, R to the K. If you
Yeah.
spend $22 to fill up 240 gallons, that
244.
man, what? Is electric the way to
And
go?
it
Are you
was 20
trying to really tell us
and
something?
it was 28 minutes.
28 minutes, 30
28
minutes.
minutes.
So pretty much you're sacrificing the money for your time.
I somewhat do because I could have been here earlier if I would have.
Right.
The traffic was
Right.
bad
But
too,
what I'm saying
if
is,
I would-
when you go to the gas station, we're used to
oh yeah, you
pumping
used to
for
50
2
seconds.
minutes,
Yeah,
2 minutes,
and you're full,
and you're full. So you're sacrificing the extra $80
Yeah.
for the 20 minutes.
You need to go electric, man.
Not me.
What you mean?
I'm gonna use to. I'm gonna go with what I know is to put the gas. That's me, man. Yeah. A sensitive topic. Because we don't go sensitive too much.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go a little sensitivity, a little Ralph Tresvant, little, you know. The drug fentanyl.
early on, we were seeing more powder fentanyl coming across the border. What we're seeing now is really an explosion of different varieties of pills. So if you went to our laboratory, you would see blue pills and orange pills and pink pills, and largely, I think this is a marketing effort from the cartels, being able to identify their specific product on the street. One of the things that I fear is being able to introduce this into the high schools, for example, having this be more of a recreational drug. That one pill could be the death of you or your friend or a family member, just given the potency of the narcotic. So if you look at fentanyl and compare that with traditional heroin, fentanyl can be upwards of 50 times more potent than heroin.
Is running rapid.
Yes, it is.
All over this country. It's on the streets. They got it looking like Tums. They got it looking like gummy bears. And how many people that you know yourself that has been a victim of this drug? Not necessarily death, but just a victim of addiction.
Yeah.
Man, I think it's, me personally, I know there's been I got at least 10 people that I could think of, you know what I'm saying, that have really been a victim of this, 10 or more. People that are still playing around with them pills and playing around with, you know what I'm saying, different other drugs that may be cut with it, you know what I'm saying, and not realizing, you know what I'm saying, that, each time you play with that stuff, you don't know which time is going to be that time that, you know what I mean? It's basically you're gambling with your life just to get high.
Russian roulette with drugs.
The cold part about it is that, once the monkey's on your back, it's hella hard. It's really hard to get it off.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So, I pray for everybody that's suffering from addiction. You know what I mean? The people out there on the streets and everything. And I'm just hoping that people get their minds right to stop playing around with them, drugs, man, and realize what's going on, man. I mean, really. That kind of ties back into the other topic. That's really something that needs to be talked about at the national level too, because I think, I think that's similar to the opium wars. I think we're in a similar situation to the opium wars
100%.
that happened between Britain and China. 100%. You know what I'm saying? Where China is pushing all these chemical drugs into America that's basically wiping out a portion of the population. You know what I'm saying?
100%. That's where I was gonna go with it.
You know what I'm saying?
He's right.
So
he's right.
I mean, that's where I stand. What you got?
I was gonna hit that same exact thing and say that same exact thing because I know an individual right now who is fighting for his life because of something like that, and it was first time taking something like that. But it, like you say, I think it's something that definitely needs to be addressed. I think it's something that we tend to want to let our children have this freedom. We don't want to invade any of their space or their privacy and let them do what they want to do, and we want to give them space and let them hang out with friends and all these different things. I think we as parents have to at least start trying to now kind of police just a little bit, even if it's checking your child's phone. We believe a lot because I believe that's what kind of parents we are. But I think a lot of these kids are having access, and some kids, there has been incidents that I have heard where a kid has wanted to take Tylenol or something, and one of the kids was like, "Oh, this pain was a Tylenol pill," but it was a pill of whatever you call it, fentanyl, and the kid ended up passing. But I know there's incidents like that happen, but I think us as parents have to at least start trying to be intentional about just having questions with your child, or just talking to them or checking in on them or all that kind. Because I think a lot of that stuff is going by the wayside, and we're kind of being lax. Like, oh man, I kind of want to be my son's friend, or I want to be cool with my son, or my child. But I think we got to get past that. I think it's starting to get a little bit out of control, and I'm starting to see like day-to-day cases where it's like, oh man, this person fell out, or this person. I'm like, she's like, it's crazy to believe that it happens so easy, so quick, so fast. One time, and you're like, bro, this guy's in a coma, like not waking up. Body's woke up, but physically ain't capable of hearing anything. But it's like, man, I'm at the point that you are. Like, listen, enough is enough, man. I tell moms all the time, look, love you, make great decisions, call and check in on them. Look, you made it here, you made it. Look, so I mean, trying to do at least my part for mine.
I think the biggest thing is and it sounds so cliche, say no to drugs. That's what I grew up on, but educate them why you're saying no. I think a lot of the situation is the why that's left out in these situations. And to answer the question that was just posed, I've had some family members that I've lost because of it, and it's just sometimes you don't even know what's what, or sometimes you can see people and it seems regular, but you don't know their addiction.
Agreed. But I hear that you do want to say no to drugs. Drugs used to be back in the day where we was like, oh, I could identify that was crack, or identify that was heroin, or identify that was meth. I identify that was weed. Nowadays it's not. I identify that as a gummy bear. I identify that as a brownie. I identify that as a a Tylenol. But that's what these pills
for those that are addicted. Oh, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna pop a Molly.
Right.
Where they thinking, oh, this is just a Molly.
Just a Molly. And it has a dose of, and they say just the smallest amount of fentanyl or anything, you can be out. Yeah. So I'm like, man, I would love for it to be like say no to vapes. Like I would love to say no to drugs, but it's like, man.
But my second part of that is the why, because this is what can happen. It's not just the normal. This is what it appears to be one way, and it's something else. Yeah. Everything is illusion based now in this world that we live in. Yeah. Because everything you see on the internet, they make it seem like it's okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, again, I think that you have to instill in your children what you know as a parent. This is just my philosophy. Yeah. It could be far kilter off to what you believe in, but just sharing with is what I tell my children, even with my daughter, because, kids share candy.
Right.
It's do not take any candy from anybody.
Right. For real, though.
Right. At all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all got young kids. Yeah. Don't no candy. Yeah. And like I said, if you did happen to take it, you don't try it and you bring it home so your parents can see it first. It's just about the why of being taught. Because you're like, man, this is candy. My parents should let me have it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that drug is killing people. And it has people's body is deteriorating. Its skin is deformed. And it's just a bad thing. And I just think that it's something that has to be addressed to get that drug off the street, because it is destroying our people.
It's really a crisis, man. And I send my condolences out, you know what I mean, to everybody that's losing people to this epidemic.
Yeah, I do as well. Like I said, I've had family that's been victim of it, and it's not a good look, and it's wrong, and it's hard to tell somebody that may be addicted to something, just quit. You know what I'm saying? It has to be more than that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So even before you even get the opportunity for that to happen, I think the why is what's important. Moving forward, gentlemen, it's our favorite part of the show. Yeah. These questions are going to be tough on you guys today. Mm. So I need you guys to be crisp. And I don't have a whole lot of them, but it's that time.
What's it called?
What is it called?
Whoa, 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 whoa! Come on.
What is it, though?
Rapid fire.
Here we go.
Rapidly.
At this table, here with you, podcasting, R to the K.
Yes, sir.
You can have an athlete here. You can have a civil rights leader there. And you can have an artist of the music genre at your table at the podcast. Who are those three?
Oh, man. You said for the athlete, I want to talk to Steph Curry.
Ooh.
Yeah, I want to have.
So Steph Curry's right here.
Yeah.
Then you got your civil rights leader, our activist.
Oh man,
dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
Oh man, I'm gonna say Brother Malcolm.
Brother Malcolm.
Yeah.
Okay, Brother Malcolm, right there.
Yeah.
And your musician or artiste.
My musician, dead or alive?
Yep.
Oh man, that's deep.
Rapper, singer.
Man, I gotta go with the doctor, Dr. Dre, man. I gotta have a conversation with him.
Steph Curry, Malcolm X, Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a conversation.
With AI, that's gonna be possible in a minute.
Wayne D.
That's crazy. I'm gonna go. Man, this is crazy. I want to say Peyton Manning, but I want to say LeBron.
Well, you got to give us one.
I'm gonna go Peyton Manning.
Okay.
I think Peyton Manning is a brilliant mind. I think the way he thinks is incredible.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Martin Luther King,
Brother Martin.
and then I'm gonna go. Sheesh. I'm gonna go Michael
Jackson.
Jackson.
Okay. So since none of you guys named any women, now give me the counterpart.
Oh,
Man.
So you gave your 3 gentlemen. Now give me your 3 women.
I'm gonna go for a female athlete,
Yeah.
dead or alive.
That are alive.
This is Jackie Joyner Kersey.
Come on.
Yeah, she's tough.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to her.
Okay.
Or but yeah, Jackie Joyner Kersey.
Okay.
For females, for civil rights activists, there's a lot of them too. I don't want to be cliche and say Shirley Chisholm, man, but I'll go Auntie Maxine.
Who's that?
Maxine Waters.
Maxine Waters. Okay.
Yeah,
Got you.
Auntie
I didn't know you just you labeled. I'm like,
I
wait,
can tell you
got
guys
an auntie?
know.
No, so you got an auntie named Maxine that I don't know about. Got
I go
you.
Auntie
And then,
Maxine.
who is your?
Because I would really wait. I'll change that. Even though I love Auntie Maxine, I want to go with she's the poet, or she could be my artist, the poet. Maya Angelou.
Maya Angelou.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Maya Angelou as my artist. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Man,
Come on.
I want to say Serena, but I
Ah.
don't think she just has.
She's
I don't
Compton's
want-
finest.
I don't want.
Compton's finest. She
don't-
might Seawalk on you.
I don't know if I got an athlete. I got Maya Moore.
Maya Moore.
Ooh,
I got Maya Moore.
She gave up her career. For
I got
that.
Maya
Yeah.
Moore.
She gave up a career for what?
That she started to study law and got
Yeah.
that dude out of prison.
Oh, that's
And
right.
ended up marrying him.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I got
right.
I got Maya Moore.
Yeah,
That's
she was,
love
she
right
was
there.
filthy.
I
too.
got Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama. That's
I
a
got
good,
Maya
yeah.
Moore, Michelle.
Yeah.
I don't even know no women.
That's
I
a
ain't
good
gonna lie to you. Sheesh.
Female artist.
female
Yeah.
artist. You don't want to meet Whitney?
Nah. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I guess it was.
You
say,
know Aretha
look,
Franklin.
I don't even got none of them. Look, I'm gonna
No
go.
gospel artist?
Look, I was trying to think of a gospel.
Yeah,
artist.
you
Yolanda
gotta come-
Adams?
you gotta come up
I ain't
with
got
it.
no Yolanda, man.
You know Yolanda Adams.
I'm
Mary
gonna
Mary?
go.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Why you do
Like
Yolanda
say,
Adams like that? You know what I'm saying?
man,
You're messing up the game right
I ain't
now.
got a person. I'm gonna go.
Wait, what's wrong with Yolanda Adams? What she do?
I'm gonna go my grandma. If I had
Oh.
time with grandma again.
Grandma again.
That wasn't the question.
Grandma could be an artist.
She's not. So we're moving forward. Don't mess up my game. Don't mess up my game. This guy.
And I had time. I'm like, look, you said dead or alive. Look, at least I got
Right.
some words with her.
All right, moving
That's what's
forward.
up. That's what's up. I
Who
respect
is the best running back in the NFL?
Now,
Present day.
CMC.
it. CMC. I don't know. I have to say CMC too.
Gotta say CMC. Who is the best baseball player current right now in NBL?
Shea Otani.
Yeah, that's Otani.
MLB.
Yeah.
MLB.
Shea Otani.
Yeah. The pitcher, right? Shea Otani.
The pitcher hitter.
Okay. You say the
Yeah.
same thing?
Yeah.
Who is the best boxer in boxing right now? Regardless of weight class.
But
Who's the best?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Bud. I want to go. I'm thinking Tank though, man, but I'm gonna give it to Bud. But Tank delivers.
Tank was impressive.
Tank delivers, man.
But
Tank delivers. Yeah.
If you can take your children, destination where money's not an issue, where are you taking them?
travel in Africa.
Yeah. Yeah, Africa.
We're hitting everywhere.
Both of you.
Yeah,
Africa.
I want to see Morocco.
No,
going
what,
every-
what are your
South
Do
Africa.
your kids want to see it?
We're going. This is
So you're demanding it. That was
You
the
said
question.
the question was where
would
am I
you
taking
where
them?
would you- So
Africa.
do the kids want to go?
My kid want to go to Disneyland, man.
Well, right. That's what I'm talking about the kid. This question ain't about you. This question wasn't about you.
I'm taking
the
them home.
question was about the kid.
I'm taking my kids back home.
So you're gonna force it.
I'm taking my kids back home.
Gotcha.
Show you where you.
And you guys are both going to Africa.
Yep, Africa, Maldives, all that over
Yep,
there.
taking you back home.
Seychelles,
Showing you where you
Seychelles
from.
Islands, all that, man.
For
You know what I'm
real.
saying?
Showing how beautiful it is. That
Uh-huh.
people portray it on television as this dirty and nasty.
See
I'm
your
gonna show you what it look
yeah,
like.
show you what it really look like.
You're hosting a family reunion for all your family.
Yeah.
What's for dinner?
What's beef? That's playing. I mean, I think we should go soul food, man. And just
You
lay
go
it all
soul
out.
food.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go soul food, splash of Italian, a little bit of Asian.
You're going multicultural.
I'm going potluck style. Love.
You gonna have that cold salad? Huh?
I'm even
The
going.
cold
Nah,
noodle salad.
I can't do that one. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go a little bit of Asian, a little bit of Italian. You know, a little bit of Indian, a little bit of Indian food. You know, maybe some jerk.
I don't know. How do you know what to order though? I don't know really what to order though. That's
the
gonna
Indian
be good.
place? We
Like
had
from
it.
any of those places that you just named.
Oh no, I know what to order.
it's
All
not
the
good.
places. Oh, it smacks.
It's not good.
It smacks.
To me,
I've
it's
been
not.
all of them. It's
And,
good.
and then the last two. The first question is, if God gave you one wish, what would you wish for?
Infinite more wishes.
That's a genie. That's a genie. Genie always.
And that can't be the answer. And that can't be the answer.
More wishes.
One
Lifetime
wish.
of wishes.
One wish.
Oh man. I wish to they say you're not supposed to bury, you're not supposed to bury your children. So I don't want to outlive my children, but I want to make sure I live long enough to see them, become a functional, positive human beings.
That's a good question. That's a good answer. I'm gonna ask you a question. What age do you think you need to see your child be?
Can we finish this though?
Yeah, I
Because you're
agree.
messing
I
up
agree,
my
but
whole rapid fire.
I-
You're messing up my
You're
rapid
right.
fire.
You're right.
You're messing up my
Okay,
rapid fire.
my bad. I would ask the Lord for.
And we'll come back to that.
I would ask the Lord for just wisdom, for wisdom. I ask him for it all the time, anyway. But just
Solomon.
wisdom.
Okay.
Yep, Solomon.
And here's the last one. And this is deep. If you can make yourself, what attributes would you add? What attributes would you take away?
If I could create myself again, one
Yes.
thing I would add is a present father. And that's not no shot to my father I have now. I appreciate him. I love him. But I see the different dynamics of a present father in my children than it made me. And I
That's
believe
dope.
Yeah.
from my 16-year-old, I tell people all the time, like, man, I really, really like something about this kid. Like, more and more and more, I'm starting to see myself in this guy. Like, he's surprising me every day. And he's starting to look like me, starting to act like me. His mannerisms are starting to be like mine.
Well, he's always looked like you.
Yeah, you probably always had those mannerisms
Yeah.
too.
He's always had those mannerisms too.
But I'm
He
starting
just don't see it.
Right, I'm starting
Yeah.
to. Right, it's really starting to be seen. And I tell people all the time, like, man, I really hate this kid. Like, I just, and I don't, and I not to say that I hate it I hate it in a good way. That I didn't have that as much as he has it now. Like, he just, like, I really be like, bro, you just, like, I wish I was you. So that's what I'm saying. If I had a chance to do it and create myself again, I would be how my son is to me.
That's dope. Is that the only thing?
I mean, that's deep though.
No,
Like,
no,
what he got.
that is deep. I'm just asking this because you were going somewhere, so I wanted to know if you wanted to keep going.
Nah, I was
If you're
going-
good,
look,
you're good.
man, yeah.
Okay, you're
I
good.
would just say that.
You asked me. The question is, what attributes?
Would you,
Man,
would you add or take away?
I would add the ability to fly. You know what I'm saying? I'd have that Wolverine's, spot,
Your body
The
would,
healing
you can,
factor.
the healing
you
factor.
healing factor, right.
Yeah. And then I have,
And that's okay. And that's okay. I'm honestly.
No, but yeah, I think what attributes I take away, man. I take away my procrastination. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I could get the feeling to procrastinate, and that's not a good thing. But also, I would wish, I had more focus sometimes. I don't know what it is, but I think my focus factor, like I can start on something, then I get distracted and start on something else and start on something else. And that kind of goes to what you said. I see that in my son as well, that he's like me. He'll look at this and he's on this for a second, and then he's on to the next thing, and then he's on to the next thing. It's just like nothing really captivates you for a long time. And, I really wish that I could, I guess they say that mental exercise would help that, but that's the main thing, is that I wish I would have to address my concentration issues. Yeah.
That's good, man. Like I said, that's pretty much a wrap. But if you wanted to kind of go back into
it's something that we had talked about at the shop. At what age would we love to see? Because we were just thinking about just having children. At what age will we stop having children? Because you got to think about it. If I had a child,
don't ask him.
Right, but if I had a child,
he might have another one coming up.
Hey, listen, go ahead. You be the 70-year-old grandma, the grandpa. Whose daddy is this? Or whose grandma is this? Grandpa, that's my daddy. But we were thinking, at what age do we?
I think we should save that.
Yeah,
I think that's something we should talk about next week, though. I think
Sounds good. Sounds good.
So, gentlemen, once again, it's a pleasure indulging in conversation with you, gentlemen.
Always.
Again, Sayed, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
Kay, I know you're watching, man. I hope college is treating you well.
Yeah.
You are a senior. You're about to graduate in 3 years. I salute you.
Yeah.
You are a great example of an older cousin and a wonderful goddaughter. I appreciate you so much, man. And to the rest of the people out there, man, only Pod can judge us, man.
Yeah.
Only Pod.
We out.
Peace.
Yes, sir.
I was gonna leave with something deep too.
Nah, we're deep enough today.